if I'd put a tag. Oh,
Yeah,
we have started. I was starting to ramble.
about the
Uh,
tag.
yeah, about tags and everything. I might as well not talk about what tag I could add.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, how are you doing, Ellis?
Hey, doing pretty good. We've been having some weather lately of kind of, interesting type. It's I've got, some nice winds every now and then that you wish it'd go away, but that's what you live in Oklahoma for, I guess, get blown away.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you live here for that, but that seems to be a byproduct,
Yeah,
certainly,
yeah.
that you'll experience wind. Which I mean, I don't
I
mind.
don't. Yeah, that no, it brings in fresh
Yeah,
everything.
well, yeah, I mean, it can be kind of a pain sometimes if you're
Oh
trying to
yeah.
do something outside. But
Oh, and California wasn't free of this. It had the Santa Ana winds, and they're intense. They get up very
oh
high.
yeah,
Yeah, especially out toward the areas I was living in, Simi Valley gets very high winds. I yeah. Oh, I saw last night. I've got this titled
Fargo.
Fargo, a binge too far. And I had been binging on all these Fargos that
Oh,
come from the library,
oh yeah,
and they've got 3 seasons worth. And so I went right through those in about a little over a week or so.
yeah.
That's a lot of
That's a
content.
lot. That's a lot of content.
Yeah.
You are retired though.
Yes, that's true. Yes, and when I go to sleep and it's 3 a.m. and I say I've still got two more, I might just go ahead and finish off the season. Um, but I rarely stayed up till 3. But yeah, I went right through 1, 2, and 3 and liked every season. And then I typed into the Gemini. I said,
Oh no, yeah.
well, what's the consensus? Well, how do they rank according to the fans? And so they gave me a ranking, and it wasn't surprising that 1, 2, and 3 were, or 1 and 2 were in fact inverted. 2 and 1, that's fine. Those were, that just shows you how good they were, the first ones.
Yeah.
And then it inserted, and I'd really like season 3 as well, but above season 3, it inserted season 5.
Uh
So
oh.
that said, oh man, season 5's not on DVD. What am I going to do? And of course, I could buy it anytime I want to. So I stepped off, and for $15. I bought the season.
I you know
And yeah. Well, anyway, let's just say I don't agree that it should be in season three's place.
oh
That's what I can say about it.
you're like
It's got a lot of TDS in it. It's got some political
oh
stuff in
yeah.
it, and it's sad because the show was, but it had such a there's such a gap between season 5 and 1 and 2 and 3.
Oh yeah.
They took a big,
There's a time gap. Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
there's a big time gap. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I don't know if I told you I recently watched season one and two of a show called Yellow Jackets.
Oh yeah. No, you got me intrigued. Would tell me about it. Yeah.
Oh, I got it from the library. That's where I got. I was trying to figure out
Oh,
how
yeah.
library has seasons one and two, and then Prime had three, but they only had like two episodes, and so I watched them, and I was like, and it was one of those deals, kind of like with you and Fargo. I watched it so quickly that I didn't really think about it, and then after a reflection, I was like, it's not that good. You know?
Well, yeah, but stuff like that, if the storytelling is first rate and you give yourself just a fragment of a good story, that's one of those things that you almost are compelled to say, I got to get around to figuring out where that went from there.
Well,
People like to know how their stories end.
I think I had this thing that I call the Matrix syndrome, and what it is they create something, and it's got some interesting ideas in it, and then people kind of are like, well, explain this. They had the appearance of having something deep, but they don't really have anything deep. And
Yeah.
I think it's how the Matrix was, because I remember being in San Diego and people were like, well, what, were you influenced by Gnosticism? Well, yes, some. Buddhism? Oh, yes, some. And I think they just, well, there's a little bit of Christianity thrown in there and some Islam, and it's like, when you look at it, you're like, no, no, no. It's just they just made a science fiction story, and they probably took, a little, but it's not as deep as they, but I think they found mileage in saying, oh yeah, well, there's more to this, and I think that's what Yellow Jackets has done, is they're implying that there's some kind of big supernatural goings on. But I don't think they really even know, and they don't even know what they're doing with it. They just kind of hint at stuff, but it's not really necessarily drawn out. And they figure, well, at some point, if we get enough seasons, we'll wrap it all up.
Well,
Plus,
yeah, that kind of stuff that's written on the run and gun kind of writing, yeah, that's always going to leave you unhappy with what they end up doing.
yeah, well, because they hinted a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, the law, yeah, exactly. Well, that's what
Yeah,
Lost was up to.
yeah, I never watched Lost, but that's what I heard, that it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
kind
it's
of,
like, oh wow, where's this going?
there's this
I say, oh,
amazing
it's actually
stuff.
not going anywhere. But
And we didn't,
hang with, we'll
yeah,
present a bunch more fun teases about where it might be going.
we did not really think this out like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
imply,
yeah,
but you can still watch all of it
yeah, yeah,
and buy the, you know,
and and gauge with us the reality of just how hard it is to do a show where nobody knows where they're going until the very last second. You know.
yeah, and I think a lot of that television's like that. It's
Yeah,
rare
yeah.
that you find something that's,
That's what they talk about with a showrunner. I mean, that's what they're doing. It's like just at the end of it, just slamming it in.
yeah,
It's like, don't tell me you can't do this. Do it.
yeah. I guess Game of Thrones was kind of like that.
What was like that?
Game of Thrones.
Oh yes, yes, yeah. I think that showed obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched some of that, but I was never, even though I'm watching, there's a new one out that I'm watching about a night called, oh, I forget what it's called, but anyway, it's kind of interesting. And then I've been watching the prequel, and that's pretty good, but it's about Lost Me. What I'm watching now is, there's a show that takes place in New Orleans called Treme, that takes place after the Katrina.
Huh. That sounds
And
interesting.
well, and Treme is like a musician's part of town apparently,
Mm-hmm.
and it's obviously filmed in New Orleans, and it's kind of interesting. I mean, you know,
Did you ever see
my
that movie about that? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me.
oh,
Finish your
I was
thought.
gonna say my favorite thing I'm watching right now is probably a show called Moonshiners, about making
Ah.
moonshine. Well, it's reality TV, but they make moonshine. I've
Hmm.
watched it. It's been on forever, and I don't, I mean, I don't drink, so you would think I wouldn't be interested in it at all. But I just find, I don't know, something's kind of fascinating about watching these rednecks go out in the woods and make moonshine.
With their stills and
Yeah.
yeah,
And,
bathtub
well,
gin. That's not what they're doing though. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
they're doing like corn liquor,
Hmm.
uh, or whiskey, whatever they make in a still.
Well, tell me what's the central motivation for getting that done when it's legal? What is the motivation? Why? I guess
Oh,
profit.
what? Yeah, profit. I mean, why do people,
Do anything? Yeah,
do anything when it's, they're not, it's not taxed,
that's it. Part
and
of
they're
it, huh?
selling it. One of the guys on the show has become a legal distiller,
Hmm.
and he's jumped through all these hoops,
And then he
and
wonders why he did it. Yeah, probably.
no, well, no, he's actually gone back to making
Yeah.
illegal liquor, because there's so many hoops it's so competitive
Hmm.
on the legal end, and it's like, well, getting a distributor and getting this. And I
Yep.
think he was fairly successful. And some of those guys have their own, but I don't think they don't make it. They just, sold their name to it.
Hmm. Well,
But
it's like apparently anybody can have a vodka, I think. It
oh
must be
yeah,
one of the easier things
oh yeah. I see now
to
that like The Rock is like, oh yeah, the Mike Heritage, the vodka or whatever the hell he's making.
yeah, I mean, Sammy Hagar and
Oh yeah.
I think Sean, what's O'Connor's name? The MMA champion. I think he had one.
Oh
So
yeah. Well, it's kind of like all these celebrities that become painters. It's like, yeah, okay. Could you sell your paintings if you weren't, George Bush or Tony Bennett or
yeah, yeah.
whoever? And I mean, maybe some of them could, but would they have the opportunity even?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah. Hunter Biden.
something not yes. Well, yeah. Well,
That's the
that's a
extreme on that.
yeah, that's a different kind of thing. But I mean, it's like it's
Money
obviously,
laundering.
yeah,
Yeah. Go ahead.
obviously getting in a gallery is not the easiest thing in the
Uh,
world,
uh,
and then getting eyes on your stuff in the gallery.
yeah, the one that there's people that come by their fascination with being a painter pretty legitimately. There's a Mary Warrenov who was I'm trying to think of her most mainstream thing. Oh, have you ever seen uh, Rock and Roll High School?
I've seen bits of it. I don't think I've
Oh,
ever
okay,
seen.
okay. She's the evil principal. She's the very
Oh yeah,
upright,
yeah. I know who
attractive
you're.
woman. And she, she plays that part to the hilt. She's fun. Then the connection on that is that the director of that was very involved with Warhol's The Factory himself, and
Oh really?
Mary Warrenoff, of course, was a a Warhol superstar, one of them. And
Oh
so,
okay.
her painting, it's natural. She's going to be a painter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She's been around art, and all these people that are painters probably it's like, well, yep, my uncle, somebody in there was no doubt an
Probably a
artist.
painter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not like I was really surprised that what's it? I love his art. Loved it the moment I saw it. The guy that did Charlie and Flytrap. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to click into everybody's ear. What is his name?
Charlie and Flytrap.
Flytrap.
I don't know what that is.
I'll look it up. Yeah, it was. He was an early heavy metal kind of artist, or he showed up anyway in heavy metal. Charlie and Fly. Oh, Arthur Sudam. It occurred to me. I was
Oh okay.
typing it in, but he is his legacy on being an artist is like we're talking about practically like an NCYF like legacy of being connected to the art scene. His family is one of the greatest landscape artists in art history, apparently. So
Oh really?
you get a very early head start when you're like
Oh
me. It's
yeah.
like Arkansas hillbillies. There is no legacy for being an artist. It's just like okay,
Well, I mean,
if you feel the itch, you're going to have to either get mentoring or figure it out slow as molasses, the way I did it. Try to blunder into some notions about how to be an artist.
yeah. I mean, I always tell people I grew up in a very artistic family. I mean, of course, my cousin obviously
Yes, Mario.
is an artist, and who I consider probably. I mean, I would consider Mario probably one of the most creative people I know in terms of just like
That
where
guy is so creative.
how in
I
the
swear.
world did he think of that?
Hmm.
I mean, I hold high regard. I mean, who writes a book called The Goddess of Pigland?
Yes.
And
Good
you
book.
know, yeah, and he's just got crazy ideas. I say crazy ideas. I don't mean that disparagingly, of course. I think
No, 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 of course not.
but I struggle to come up. I'm too grounded to come up with stuff like that. But I've definitely been around that. Uh, and he's not the only one. I mean, he's the only one professional. But like my uncle, I remember when I was a kid, my uncle painted me kind of this montage of World War II. It was like and there wasn't any people in it. It was like a beach with like waves and like a wrecked ship, and just kind of a cool scene.
Hmm. He just
That
had that. He just had that talent for.
yeah. And I mean, if I looked at it now, I'd probably go, "Oh wow!" But he's and my grandmother, uh, she was an interior decorator, and then she made draperies here, and she was. I remember she'd be on the phone talking to people, and she would just fill like notepads with just these like crazy little doodles of she loved Betty Boop, and she was always drawing almost kind of like cartoon kind of characters and designs and stuff, and and then a lot of my family is musical, which I'm not, but Mario's like a really good guitar player and a singer.
Yeah, it sounds like that's one of his biggest social things, is getting together with other musicians.
Yeah, he was telling me he used to do these. He called them like a coffee shop, which sounded kind of cool. That they'd find a place and I guess make a pot of coffee or a big pot of coffee and
Hmm.
charge a couple bucks to get in, and people play music, and it was kind of an open mic night or whatever.
Cool.
Yeah,
Well, that sort of social thing is what it's all about with music, man.
yeah. Art's a little bit different. It's not quite as social,
Mm.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
I say unfortunately. Sometimes it's kind of
Yeah.
nice that it's not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, the deal is, it's like you can get into a social setting, and it's just like everything, the mix.
Yeah.
If it's not right, it's like, oh, I'm not going to be around here long.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the I think one of the problems with a lot of artists is that they tend to get real competitive when they're in a group like that.
Yeah, that happens. I'm just, oh God, I can't tell you. It's like, something needs to end the childishness in me on that level, because you can't help but being you know a little bit of a
Competitive? Are you
yeah. But I'm not really competitive, but I'm really bugged by the presence of people that you almost consider them a threat. You can't
Oh
help it.
yeah.
You can't help but say, "Look at this guy. I can't do that." You know.
Well, I think one of the good things is I've gotten to the point in my life where I don't find that any of that as a threat. I was talking to a one of the sculptors at work, and she'd gone to that Sphere and saw the Wizard of Oz. I don't know if you're familiar with
Oh
that
yeah,
out in
yeah,
Las
yeah, yeah.
Vegas.
I know what they're up to with it. Yeah, the
And she was,
CG
oh no,
helped.
no, no, she was so disappointed because she says it's so obvious they use AI for a lot of it,
Yeah, yeah.
which I would kind of argue nowadays is harder to tell than a lot of people think. But she just was like, I don't like that, and
Well, yeah. I mean,
people.
they filled in all kinds of
Well, that's what I told her. I said, well, how'd you think they were going to fill up the Sphere with with a
with
35
that little.
millimeter print? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That ratio of almost a square. You know, or whatever the
Yeah, I don't,
ratio
th-
was.
I don't think Wizard of Oz is even widescreen. I think you're right. I think it is.
Yeah, yeah. It was made for TV basically almost.
Well,
By the time it showed up as something you
w-
see every year,
well, yeah, and but anyway, so but we were talking about that. And she was just talking about how. And I said, well, you understand all of our entertainment is going to be made by AI before too long.
I tell you what, I've been
And
seeing a
it
bunch of these
bugs her.
people on X. Jeez, it's crazy.
Are they doing AI stuff?
Oh yeah, the AI stuff where these guys are doing. I saw a guy that did basically the his take of Star Wars, so and so in the Forbidden Zone. That what's but anyway, there's just this all these science fiction tropes, and he stuck them in all together, and it looked great. I mean, it was fun looking, but of course, I don't know if I could sit and watch an hour and a half of it. But right now, they're blowing people away with just saying, "Hey, look at this." Now imagine it
Yeah.
times 20, and yeah, we've replaced everything you knew about Hollywood.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that's the and I mean I'm okay, so I'm at the age where like I don't find AI threatening necessarily because I'm like,
Yeah,
what is it gonna
you're.
take? What's it gonna take from me? You
Mhm.
know? I mean, how much longer am I gonna be earning a living?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I
Yeah. Well,
mean,
that's the deal. I'm out the door. You're
right.
you're approaching the door,
Yeah.
and it's like,
And it's not gonna take I don't believe even though there are people at my work that are like because the company is really kind of pushing us to and Ellis, I've used it
I love it.
to
I love it.
do some stuff and it's saved me time, it's saved the company money, and I'll
Hmm.
continue to use it because I don't make art, I make a product, and the better
Right.
I can make that product,
Hmm.
the better everybody is really.
Hmm.
Now, do I think it's going to hurt if I was 21 and getting out of school and trying to get a job at my work like I was when I was 21? Would it hurt
Hmm.
me? Well, probably because they wouldn't need me.
Right.
So there is going to be a cost to artists, but
Well,
I'm
that's the deal. Yeah, there's just going to be things that people will. Well, there's people that's born that never heard of a rotary phone. Does that hurt
yeah,
them?
yeah, no. Does it hurt then the rotary phones went away? Nope.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, and of
Well,
course
I'm
they
just
have all these old movies. I wonder what it feels like to a young person was born like 1999 that even looks at an old movie. It's like, good. Why are they driving around these big, awkward, ugly looking cars that
oh,
look like they're a hazard to your health? It's like, well,
it kills me because I'll talk to coworkers. There's a girl at my work, and we were talking about something, and she had no clue what Back to the Future was.
oh man,
And
oh man,
I was 17 when Back to the Future came out, and that movie was huge.
oh yeah,
I mean, I've probably seen that movie more than any other movie at the theater.
mm-hmm,
It just came out. I was the right age,
right,
and I was just like, this movie is so cool. Now, is it flawed? Sure. I mean, but do I still think it's a great movie? Absolutely. You
yeah,
know, and so it's just like, how can someone not, you know, no, have never seen. She knew of it, but she didn't know anything about it and never seen it, and it's just like, oh my gosh, because it was just such a fun. And so yeah, I mean, well, I used to break people up at work and this is long gone out the window, but people that saw Star Wars at the theater and people that didn't.
yeah, 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 yeah. You could make that divider. Yep.
Oh yeah, now it's like nobody has except for me, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I saw it at theater. Yep, yep. Of course I did.
Yeah.
I remember that trailer. I don't think I've ever been more excited by a trailer when that those couple little snippets they had to present to you as a trailer when that lightsaber shot
I don't
out.
think I don't think I've ever seen the trailer.
Well, that's the deal. It's like when that trailer showed up, it just fired the imagination with how good that might be because you'd never seen anything like that. That lightsaber emerging from that guy's fist. It was like, ooh, what was in the world? And of course, it was Darth, and they were showing you a little clip of Darth versus Obi-Wan. And it's like, whoa, what's going on here? I want to see that. And at that
Yeah.
point, I guess Lucas was had already got lucky, not lucky, pure skill doing a film that I loved was THX 1138, and
Yeah.
I was wild about that movie.
I like.
Robert Duvall.
Have you ever seen the student film that he did?
Yeah,
The
I've even.
student. Yeah, that's kind of neat. It's
Where's that on? I
short.
guess that's on Canopy. Yeah, it's on Canopy.
It is on Canopy. Yes. It's like this is pretty cool.
Yes. It's just fascinating wherever they had that opportunity to find that construction going on, that tunnel that they shot in. It's like, wow, there's some value for money, for the
Yeah.
production value, being able to run around that little tunnel stretch and with I don't know where they got the little car. I mean, God, they had some stuff going on in that sure made it look like it wasn't
A
didn't
student
wasn't
film.
costing like yeah,
Yeah. Like
10
$15. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's like but it just shows you the personality at work for people that are going to be successes. Like John Carpenter is making a full-blown feature film with its budget showing a bit, but Dark Star, it
Oh
just
yeah.
it showed his chops. That's a totally legit little sign. Of
Yeah.
course,
Oh yeah.
the other guy that's going to be a success is Dan O'Bannon, and those two colliding in college is in the brand new film school of the
Oh
whole thing.
yeah.
I guess it's UCLA.
Is it UCLA or USC?
I'm not sure. I would imagine it's UCLA. I don't know.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
find out. I'll type in on another page and we'll type in John Carpenter College.
Oh, George Lucas, I think was USC. I don't know.
Okay.
I maybe. I think I could be wrong.
He went to Western Kentucky before University of Southern California, USC,
Yes.
School of Cinematic Arts.
Yeah.
He left just before graduating to complete what he calls complete his first feature film, Dark Star. So, but I know that they started on it while he was a student.
Oh yeah. Well, and so that's the sad thing is that AI
Yeah.
will eliminate some of that.
Yeah, you know what? A gatekeeper on who's serious is one of those things that might be, just good in the cosmos. I don't know. It's like, hey man, you serious? Then you'll do it. And it's it's
Yeah.
hard. Oh yeah, but I'm going to do it. And
Yeah. Yeah.
the and you just will eliminate any stick to itiveness on that level. It's like, oh, I'm done with my really bad script.
Yeah.
I've broken it down in enough parts that it goes scene one, scene two, and I've got a film. This the moment I plug it into the whatever rendering engine I'm using.
Yeah. I think well, I think it's worse than that. It's not that it'll. I mean, I honestly think that it will just ultimately AI will just eliminate any of that because I think where we're headed, Ellis, is that you'll sit down and you'll say, I want to watch a Batman movie that's 3 hours long where he fights the Riddler and it's set in a steampunk Gotham,
Hmm.
circa 19 or 1842 or whatever.
Hmm.
And AI is going to build it. You're gonna wait 30 seconds. AI is going to build it, and maybe in parts of the middle they're going to go, "How do you like it so far?" And you'll give it the thumbs
Yeah.
up, and it'll write it on the fly and show it, and you will be happy with it. You'll have been distracted for however long you told it to make it, and you'll go to bed and you'll never think about that movie again because if you ever want to see another Batman movie, it'll make you a new one.
Yep.
And I mean that kind of sucks.
It really does because versions of movies are kind of annoying anyway. Francis Ford Coppola has eliminated from history basically a lot of his Apocalypse Now. And when he goes back and retouches it, obviously, once a director goes back and says, this is the way it should have been, he gets he gets touchy about the idea of the other version ever getting public again. Once he's done his cut the way he wanted it,
Allegedly.
He'll stop people from ever putting out the one that you saw that you like better.
Well, let's face it, directors are not always the best people to know what is good about their movie.
That's
I think any creative person's like that. It's sometimes people will see stuff in your work and they'll like it, and they'll see something that you don't even see.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No, I understand that completely. Yeah. No, there's a lot of stuff people just turn away from you in contempt if you met them and said, "Oh, I loved you in this." It's like, good Lord, that was from hunger, man. Get away from me.
Yeah, that was my desperation movie.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's.
I'm having fun drawing tonight. I'm just putting down a couple little pencil.
I have not drawn much this week. I told you earlier I was sick.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, and dude, I didn't do much. I didn't even feel like reading. In fact, I just kind of wandered around the house in a daze in misery.
Well, you know what? It might be a semi-public health announcement explaining,
No.
just the. You aren't going to even a little bit about what went on with you. Okay.
No.
Okay. Never mind. You talking now? There's one of the principles of storytelling. I want more.
Nope.
Anybody that was here with us would say, "Hey, wait a month." If they were over here in the comment section, say, "No, you got to tell us what went on."
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
Oh, I was sick. Let's put it that. That's the.
Yeah.
And I was just miserable, and so I didn't get much drawing done this week. Because of that, and we're trying to find a new minister at my church, and so that requires extra stuff. But I'm trying to get chapter 7 done.
I was talking about Fargo. Go back to that for a little bit. The season everyone agrees is the least of the seasons is season 4, which goes on for. All the rest of them are 10 episodes. This is 11 episodes. So it's like, okay, you gave us extra of the show that everybody agrees is the least of them. Okay. What's the story on that? Well, and this made me think a little bit. It's apparently the 1950s. There are different eras for each of the shows. And so it's the 1950s, but it's also the only one that's black in terms of centers on mostly black people. It's got black people in the other Fargos, but this one apparently is just mostly a black cast.
Gotcha.
And so that makes me wonder what with my problems with, since this is one of the later ones, season 4, I don't know how close it is to season 5, but I wonder if it's not semi-DEI in terms of problems. It's like, okay, what did you do wrong with your thinking on this? And so it's like that made everybody agree
that it was
it's
bad.
The least of them. Yeah. Because I'm sure even though it's the least of them, this crew, this writer and showrunner for this show, I mean, he's not going to put out a bad product. But this one is the one everybody agrees is, doesn't have the stuff the way the others did.
Hard to say.
Yeah, you can't know. I can't know until I pay money for it.
Yeah. So I know what I was going to tell you. guess what I did today?
What?
You'll never guess. I got
Oh,
CPR certified.
oh wow, that's handy. No, no, I mean you're.
Hopefully not, right? But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Hopefully not.
Oh yeah. The instructor, I did it through work, so it didn't cost me anything. In fact, I got paid to do it because I was on the clock.
No,
But
that's cool.
the instructor was like, the stuff so a girl at my work is becoming an instructor because I think my work wants to have somebody there that can teach people CPR, and her instructor was there because it was kind of like a final test or whatever, see how she did instructing the class. And that her instructor was just like, "You guys are great. You're getting this." Me and another guy were the only people doing it. It was like, uh, she was like, "You're getting better instruction." That she's kind of went off on how good. Anyway, I don't know. I hope I never have to use it because it's exhausting. I did it all morning. I don't know. Have you ever taken CPR?
No, I never have. It does sound like one of those things where, unless somebody's around that knows what is up, there you can watch somebody just die
Yeah,
in front of you
yeah,
because you've got no idea how to begin on something like that.
yeah, yeah. I do now.
Yeah.
uh, Yeah, so I mean that's kind of cool. I always like the idea that I'd be somebody that's handy in
hmm
different situations, and the ability
hmm
to kind of take care of things or whatever.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I hope I don't. I mean I hope I never have to use a lot of my skills that I'm acquiring. I hope I never have to use them in a life-saving way. But
hmm
you know, if I do, I got them. Some of them. I would actually like to learn more first aid, to be honest. I think it'd be handy. I mean, and plus, you know, most of the time people use CPR use it in their home, and so it's like, well, me and my wife here, you know.
We'll just the Coen brothers and Fargo and all that. There's the man who wasn't there that has a moment where Billy Bob Thornton stabs somebody just real quick. He stabs the actor who plays Tony Soprano right in the neck.
Ooh,
Deep though, real deep, to where there's nothing to do about the fact he's going to bleed out. It's done. It's a done deal with the real quick thrust he does to his neck.
yeah.
And they do that with the TV series. They duplicate incidents that occur in Coen Brother movies,
Oh,
which is
okay.
and there's another guy that gets cut in the throat like that one.
Uh-oh. Oh, oh, he's frozen. Hmm.